Hey guys, we're back with some more cards action, and man, I just realized, when I started doing the webcam where you can see my face, I put so much effort into giving myself a haircut, doing my hair before these videos, and now look at me. Unshaven beard, hair is pretty much whatever it is, when I got out of the shower. So apologies that I'm not making myself look the best for you guys, but I was about to promise I'd do better, but that's not going to be the case. This is the image I want to portray on the internet, for it to stay forever and ever on the YouTubes. But we are going to be playing some Garbage Mill today, so hopefully you guys like the deck. I certainly do. It always ends up being quite a bit of a riot to play. But I've been having some dialogue with some of the commenters on my video. One commenter. You know what? Actually, let's look up the individual, because you got to give props to those that want to see you succeed or do better. Here we are, my videos. Garbage Mill. Bang. And Snowy NZ. So, wait, is that the individual? You know what? I wish I was prepared before I started. But you know what? You're going to be on a ride with me while I do some research here quickly. Garbage Mill, part 1, where are you? Blah, blah, blah. Here we are. It is Snowy NZ. So, he gave quite a bit of suggestions. Michael also gave some suggestions on the deck, so it seems like this is one of the more popular decks. So we're going to take some of those suggestions into heart. Number one, we are going to, apologies while I close this all off here, move it to the side. All right, number one is we're not going to be playing Colonial Dreams right off the bat. There's no real reason to it, and it's usually detrimental. We give our opponents more options, and that's something we don't want to do, and it also gives away what we're doing early on in the game, so it might stem them from making some mistakes or some play lines that would actually be beneficial for us. So that's one thing we're going to be doing. Second thing we're going to be doing is being a little bit more selective on our removal. So, we do have Banzai to the last man sneak attacks line for the day, so powerful removal, but we want to make sure we're using that as efficiently as possible, so we're not, facing down some sort of threat without having any way of answering that threat. And third, I need to get a little bit more comfortable playing Drago with this deck. So there is a tendency, I find, in games like Cards, when you have a set number of credits each turn, to use those credits, whether that's through operating or through playing cards. And this deck, really, you need to be comfortable playing Drago, which is basically draw your card, end your turn, because, like we were mentioning in the second rule, you have a limited amount of answers, and so you really want to make the most out of them. So playing a Tora or something like that just to get it out of your hand, usually, well, I don't want to say usually is not the right option, but you definitely want to make sure that you're using these cards properly, and that means being okay with just draw going. So with that being said, we're gonna get in here. 5 matches as always, and we'll see you in game number 1. Take care. Here we are against Kaki. So be it. Germans, we'll get rid of the Banzai and Kika. We'll keep the naval operation in case they're playing some sort of tank aggro deck. And I think we'll... Do we dump the long range? We'll keep one of the long ranges. This is a perfectly acceptable hand. Alright, so they are tank aggro. Yeah, see, so in most situations I would just make them draw 2. But I think we're okay with just draw going here. We're going to try to play this deck a little bit more efficiently and hopefully get a couple more wins. It's not a strong deck per se. Well, Panzer 2A into Vive la Resistance. I'm dumbfounded. German resistance deck. Okay. I don't know what we're facing here. And then an Arado that doesn't utilize his deployment effect. And another Panzer 2A. Well, our opponent has confused us. And, yeah, I'm not really sure what to make of it. So, Pact of Steel is a really good one. But I think we just want to draw go again. There is a argument to pin it, but it's just 2 damage. So let's play the waiting game here. Next turn we can long range recon, get some of that health back. Oh, okay. Well, now that helps our long range out significantly. Actually, you know what we want to do? We may just want to Colonial Dreams. They'll overdraw a bunch here. You know what? I think that's the play to make here. So let's do this. Yep. And we will get rid of the Arado here. Because we can pin down Reichsbank we got rid of. I have no idea what we're facing, but we've made them overdraw a bunch of times. So and there's another resistance gone. Next turn we can long range recon, gain some health back. All right, so it's, you know, not playing that those early cards allowed him to Enigma for a million billion. That is a big boy. So with that being said, let's go ahead and I think we just long range recon here. Pass the turn. Once this moves up to the front line, then we can go ahead and, you know, naval operations, start pinning things down. They are almost halfway through the deck, which is nice. This is beautiful. We'll make them overdraw again, pin everything down, pass the turn here. That is a threat that's hard for us to deal with, so I'm perfectly fine having him overdraw that. All right, we've got him halfway through his deck here. Okay. Huh. We are going to be taking a lot of damage. Unless we get rid of this and see what we get out here. Perfect. Let's get rid of this big boy. And I think we will... Yeah, let's just get these out of our hand here. Pass the turn. Next turn, I think we'll bombing raid to get rid of all 3 of these, and then Pact of Steel to redraw. So far, feeling pretty good about this game. Barring they don't drop down some sort of big, scary unit here. Not exactly sure our opponent's strategy is with this deck. Oh, that hurts. Wonder if we just played 2 Toras now. Let's do this first and see what we get here. Pact of Steel. Nice. All right, got rid of Sabotage. That's perfect for us. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Question is, do we naval operation or do we long range recon? And I think, you know, we could also just torture. Let's gain our health here. 11 is quite a bit. There are 14 cards in deck. Next we can pin if they play something larger. Otherwise we might just torture, kill this. All right. Yeah. These are all getting pinned. That's also a nice one to get rid of. So let's do this. And I think we may just want Honorable Death here and then Pact of Steel. Yeah. Let's get him to overdraw all these things, yep. That's a pretty good one. Make him overdraw some more. Perfect. Just trying to, oh, that's also, actually that doesn't really matter, that one. The phony more here. We have a Kika and the Last Rites in our hands, so we can definitely bump up the amount of cards in our deck, but this is looking pretty good. Yeah. I mean, at least one of those cards is, you know, is a dead card in the take initiative here. Actually, let's do this first. We're okay taking 2 here. And just pass the turn here. No need to play the Last Rites. We can do that right near the end. So that card doesn't really matter. There are 5 cards in deck, so very shortly they'll start taking fatigue damage. Wow, they actually played the take initiative. Alright, this is all getting bonsai'd. Yep. We are at 12, which is, you know, a healthy but not a super high headquarter. Okay. I think we're just going to trade with the Kika. Assuming it survives. It does not. That's okay. We can just naval here. Next turn we can Tora and Desperate Measures. I'm gonna wait to play either one of these, just to see if we can fish out some more units to kill with the Desperate Measures and the Tora here. Wow, okay, he's empty. So whatever he has on the field and in his hand, he'll need to to take us out with, which not looking too good here. Yeah, that spoils doesn't do anything for them. So next turn, I think we just Desperate Measures in Tora and pass turn, and starts seeing the fatigue damage pile up. There it is. All right, well, that worked out a lot better than it probably would have back in the day. Nice sweet W to start things off. See you for round 2. Welcome back. Round 2 against Gnarl Wally. Let's get rid of the Kika, the sneak attack, reorganize. Let's get rid of everything, really. Take initiative is probably the best turn to play for us in this deck, so we definitely want to see those. And pass the turn. We'll hold on to the Colonial Dreams until it makes we've got some value in it in the overdraw. Otherwise, they can have initiative. Pass the turn. So no turn 1 or turn 2 play makes me feel like they're playing some sort of oh my goodness, what are they called? Counteroffensives. These are orders. I think they're called counteroffensives. The trap cards. If you're a Yu-Gi-Oh fan, you'll know what I'm talking about. All right, so Nebel Warfare. Wonder if we play this. Yeah, let's play it. If it dies, we still get a card out of it unless they spend a card killing it. I don't have much else in the way of other things to do here. Yep. I think we're okay just gaining our 9 here. If this moves up to the front, we'll attack it, and then they'll both be in range for desperate measures. We could have also bombing raided these 3, which actually thinking about it, it's a getting rid of all their getting rid of their stuff might have been worth it. Yeah. Let's go in there here. All right, that's pretty nice. So they're at 8 cards. I think now is a good time to just start making them draw here. Yep. Yeah, there we go. Counteroffensive deck. We can do it. Schwabble. Nice to see all those go away. Next turn we can Pact of Steel. There is a potential that we just Honorable Death this, but I think we've got enough stuff here that will be okay. Although this ends up being, yeah, that's fine. We'll hold off on this until we need it. It's another nice threat to get rid of. Alright, I think now we're going to get rid of it because it can operate for free. So I assume at this point he knows what we're doing because we played 2 take initiatives and a bunch of Colonial Dreams. Yeah, let's just get rid of this. And we could be overdrawing ourselves though. So you know what? Maybe we just use this. Force him to commit another threat to the board here. War bonds, yeah. Next turn, I think we'll Pact of Steel. That's getting lioned. And I think what can we draw for? He's got both take initiatives. I don't think there's anything. I think we're okay getting this out of the way here. Sneak attack. We might want to put that back in the deck just for the Pact of Steel, but I'll hold off on that until next turn. Because there may be a unit that we decide to sneak attack. We'll be at 8 credits here. Just try to get rid of all of them. Alright, that's an elite, so not really worthy, but it does pose a fast clock for our opponent, so yeah, I think we want to put this back in and get our Pact of Steel going here. Perfect. Yeah, so we'll do this, and then next turn we can Tor and finish it off here. $17 to $19. We know 2 of their cards are just redraws, so they've got 7 cards that potentially are scary for us to deal with. We have to keep in mind we've already burned through one of our Pact of Steels. Yep. Alright, so we've cleared the board. Now we need him, he's got to present another threat here. I also assume his hand is gummed up with a lot of counteroffensives. Countermeasures, sorry. Yep. I think we play this. I assume he's going to attack here first, which will trigger this. Yeah. Let's see if he brings in the Flampons or if he uses some sort of removal on this. Do we have 2 of them? Okay. So, the last man does not care. 3 units here. Do we... Let's do this. Force him to spend some sort of... Actually, you know what? Let's naval operation all this. We might be able to get in 3 damage here. And I think it just opens up the you know, gives him an opening to play another unit here. We would like him to commit a little more to the board to make this last man even more deadly. Alright, war bonds. He's got quite a bit of credits to play with each turn, which can be scary. But he's at 13 here. 13 cards in deck, so we're starting to get to the end game of our strategy, which is nice. Right. That's a really good one. I think we take our 3 And so he's got 3 cards that are relevant here. Do we just to the last man? You know what? 3, 6, 8. I think we just pass the turn here. 2, that's, 4 potentially. 8, 9. I wonder if we just play the Kika here. I assume he's got some sort of countermeasures. You know what? Let's see what they are here. Okay. So he still has 3 cards here. All right. So what do we trigger here? Stranglehold and Careless Talk. I think that's fine. Yep. So I guess one of the reasons not to play that is if the Kika dies, it adds 3, semi-useless kamikazes in our deck. Not really something that we want to draw at this point in the game. Alright, so he chose to trade off. Interesting. I think if we draw the kamikazes, we will play them. We still have the last rights, which will put us in a good... We're pretty... Oh my lord. Huh. So here's a question. Do we pin and see if he commits more to the board? Or do we just to the last man? He might be playing 2 of these. If he is, we've lost the Kika, which would be able to, trade. F2, 3. I think we just to the last man here. This is scary enough where we want to clear the board here. All right, let's see what other threats they bring up. But we really want to draw our Pact of Steel if possible. We do have at least 1 card that can kind of delay here. There's Leopold. We already have 3 damage, so Leopold isn't too scary. I'm really worried about facing another Panther. Yep. So it's got 2 take initiatives here. Is this card worth 6? Yeah, let's pass the turn. I think we can take 7 here, still be okay. And then just drop this next turn. It's whether we do it this turn or next turn, it's giving us the same, value if he's not playing any additional units on the field here. I wonder if he's thinking about playing one of the take initiatives. Hopefully he does. We wouldn't mind getting a draw 3 on our end as well here. There it is. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3 damage here. Oh, that's perfect. Let's drop this and see what we get here. He drew something that's more credits than 8. That's scary. That's the fact that we did not get any of those cards is definitely scary. So let's pin here. Wow, we lost our sneak attack. What on earth could he have drawn that's more than 8 credits? Interesting. Bringing that up to the front line, I'm wondering why. Can't be a can it? Oh god. Are we dead here? That right there is 16. Yeah, this looks like it's got just too many big boys here. So to the last man. Probably should have waited until we had bonsai. So that, I think that's where we were a little too willy-nilly with our to the last man. We needed to save for these big boys here. All right, well that'll do it. No real way of getting around it here. So with that, we'll give the all surrender and see you guys for round number 3. All right, round 3, upstairs in paradise. We will get rid of everything except the decisive defense and take initiative here. Sure. Against US, so let's see if they're going to drop the Congo line here. Excuse me. I don't think we need to reorganize just yet here. Next turn we'll take initiative. I'm assuming he'll take the front line here. Yep. We can get him with decisive defense next turn, which is pretty nice. And turn. And yeah, I think this will probably be a nice gotcha if we can manage it. Oh, is he gonna make this is he gonna make this a oh god, it's gonna be a 5. It's gonna be a nonsense card here. So do we decisive defense it then? I think absorbing potentially 5 is worth it here. Okay. Well, that's scary. I think we just draw go here. It's a big boy. That's a big boy. I think we're just going to start pinning it down. Yep. So we've got 1 line. We really want to see line for a day. We need 9 to get there. Which means I think I want to reorganize and see if I draw into it. We did not, but that's a good one as well. Let's just pin here. So we can kill the privateer if needed. Let's just pass the turn, I think. Well, Very interesting deck here. I think we continue to pin here. There is a potential to next turn Colonial Dreams and Pact of Steel. Just so we're not going to overdraw ourselves here. We don't have any more pins here, so you have to keep that in mind. I think because of that, we really need to draw into something. Okay, that's a pretty good one. We can get rid of the Red Devils next turn, and then taking 4 a turn isn't terrible. I think we're okay with that. We are starting to get a little low on life though, so something to keep in mind. All right, this is dangerous territory. So this is 8. Hopefully no more than that, but we'll see in short order. Would love to see some sort of oh boy, he must have something juicy. So let's go ahead and let's do this first and see what we draw. Oh my god, do we not draw anything? Oh, that is so rough. Oh. Yeah. Well, that's unfortunate. We needed to find some other way of dealing the damage here. Because as it stands, we will be taking lethal. Alright, that was a quick one. I feel like that was a little bit of bad luck, and also just the way he had that huge threat early game and we weren't doing anything. Made it very awkward for us. All right, guys, we're at 1 and 2, which is not the greatest score, but I think we're making better plays than we have in the past videos. So, learning there at least. See you for round 4. Welcome back, round 4 against Germany. Definitely dumping to the last man. Desperate measures, colonial dreams, last rites. We want to draw into it. I think we can dump it. Long range recon. Do we want it? Yeah, we'll hold on to one here. Slow hand. Hopefully he's playing. All right, he's probably not playing countermeasures. Countermeasure deck. I think we just draw go here. No real reason to burn the reorganize on anything, as we're not really looking for something specific. Drawing into take initiative would be nice, but taking 1 damage early I don't think is gonna break us here. Alright, I think we use a naval operation just so he's not actually. No, I think we still do this because we don't actually. I should have Tortored instead of the naval operations. That was a misplay there. Definitely should have done this one. Yep. I think we're just going to long range recon here. Actually, we could bombing rate this. I think that's a better use here. And then, you know, 1 health, 2 defense. We should, they're low enough where some of our removal will get there. Alright, nice that our 33rd didn't have to get eaten there. Let's draw and drop this. So we should have 2 naval operations in our hand instead of a Tora and naval, so we'll see if that comes back to bite us. We'll definitely go into the Panzer if he doesn't take out a 33rd. Okay. Well, that's scary, and I'm already seeing that I wish I had 2 naval operations. We're definitely going to use 1 here. And yep. So we could drop a Tora just to get rid of these 2, and I think I want to do that because if he has another buff, I don't want him having the ability to get these guys off the ground here. I might end up sneak attacking either the Stug or the Flampanzer. I might do the Stug. So, do we want to use one of the reorganized? I don't think so. I'm not looking for anything specific here. We've got our larger removal that we'll be able to use 2 turns from now. Decisive action, defense may, yeah, see, that's what I didn't want to happen. Which is why that's why I played the Tora earlier. That's actually perfect. So let's naval operations. And so the question is, do we Pact of Steel here? Or do we long range recon? Huh. This one's a toughie. Let's long range here. Next turn we can Pact of Steel as our first, you know, Pact of Steel as our first play for the turn. Yep. Good old Enigma. Alright, hopefully this gets us somewhere. Another pact. So, actually, we play 2 of these. What is the play here? If we can get everything pinned, he can't play anything. So you know what? I think the play is to pact here and see what we draw. That's a good one to get rid of. Unfortunately, 6, 7, 8. God, this is quite a bit of damage we're going to take here. Let's go ahead and drop this. Let's see if we get a pin. We do not. All right. I think we've already burned through 2 or 3 naval operations, so let's see here. We're at 16 cards, so I think we do this. How much is this? That's a lot. We really need to find our pin here. What is the play? So if we do this, we risk we'll be at 6. There's a risk that we overdraw here, but I think we take that chance. All right. Well, they have hopefully no buffs. If they don't have buffs, we got another turn. Otherwise, we're in quite a bit of trouble here. Oh. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. All right. Ooh. Looks like I'm glitching out a little here. All right. What are we looking for here? At 3, we are looking for something juiced. Sneak attack won't do it. We're at 3. Let's drop that, see what we get here. I don't think that's enough. 4, 8. Is there any way of getting out of this? This kills 1, 2, 3. I still have quite a bit. This deals 1 to everything. I don't think we have a way. It's starting to get a little distracting, so we'll just cut communications here. I don't think there's a way of us getting out of it. Let's see. Yeah, we really need to draw our to the last man or another mass pin. So this would have been a pin if I had used Tora Tora. Yeah, so it definitely mattered because it would have given us at least another turn to find something here. Unfortunate. As soon as I played that card, I realized the mistake I had made. So, yeah, definitely making sure you play the right one matters in the long run here, or at least in that match. It would have bought us another turn, which may have been able to get us back on there. All right, guys, see you for the final round. All right, final game here. Let's see if we can get at least one more W in this series. We're at 1-3 right now. It's definitely not where I expected to be. We'll keep the take initiative, drop the rest. Ooh, very nice. This is a very good starting hand here. Hopefully we can find that W. Yep. We're facing a pretty aggressive deck, it looks like, but we'll just draw a card, pass the turn. We'll be taking 2, maybe a bunch of turns here, depending on what they play. That's a 5-5. All right. Actually, yeah. We need to find something to answer that. None of these do it. Unfortunate. Yep. We are going to be pinning next turn. So we're already on the back foot quite early in the game here. Would love to find the line for a day. We do have... That is a big boy. I think we just pin again here. Next we'll be at 6, so we can pin, and then we can pact, and hopefully, oh boy, just gets scary and scarier. This is not looking too good for us. How the heck do we get out of this? Continue this train of pins. So if you do Tora, we have 4, and then we get him down, attack down to 3. No, I think but then Pact of Steel. Dang, this is hard. I think we just dropped the Tora here. Next turn we've got... Ooh. Come on, line for a day. Okay, so we can play the desperate measures, kill this up here. He's definitely going to have another way of buffing this. I think we just have to go with Pact of Steel to find... Or we can attack here. What would we draw? 1, 5, 6, 7. This is a toughie. This is a toughie. I think we just have to find another pin here. Oh, that's so risky. We've got 1 card. Let's do it like this. Oh, I should have played this instead. Whoops. That's 2 that we missed out on. Unfortunate. That's really... That timer got me all worried here. Yep. Okay. You can only do one of these things. That's 5, 8... Oh, that's so awkward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. See if he sees the play here. Man, we definitely messed that up here. All right, another L for us. So, you know, 1 and 4, which is terrible score, but the deck is really hard to play. it's a fun deck. It does take quite a bit of mind power. As you can see, there was quite a bit of instances that that cost us games. You know, it's make one or two mistakes, make one mistake really in some of these games, and you're just put in a situation that you can't really crawl back out of. But we'll continue on the path of making Garbage Mill, you know, shine a little bit brighter. Until the next ones, guys, take care.